Okay. Now, some would say that this would face the same problem that NITEL faced. Everywhere else in the world, there's GSM and there's also landline. But in my country, there's only GSM. Nobody wants to have a landline anymore. Are you convinced that people are going to want to use NIPOS services even after the reform and the revamping has taken place?
It's interesting to know that as we speak now, people use our EMS to send parcels and all stuff abroad. We're making money from it. I have seen it. It's unfortunately.
To corroborate what you say, I was pleasantly impressed about 2 years ago when I got a parcel this size through USPS that arrived in NITEL office, and I got a note, NIPOS office. I got a note to come to the office in Ikeja to pick up my parcel, and the parcel was about the size of this chair.
They are doing a lot. It's just that they've been winking in the dark. I'll continue to use their expression, and we must be fair to them. One other area that I think we need to discuss, which is very important, which is at the heart of postal service all over the world, is addressing system. You cannot deliver, you cannot effectively deliver parcels, mails, packages without a robust technology-driven addressing system.
Ibadan comes to mind immediately.
Yeah,
SW stroke.
I grew up in Ibadan. The address of my father's business was NW1333 Agbaje Street, Ayeye, Ibadan. It would be difficult for a postman to deliver anything in that, clumsy, with due respect to people. But the good news is that smart men and women are coming up with innovative ideas, fiendishly clever solutions that will break the genes of addressing system. We have already signed a memorandum of understanding with these experts. There are some guys in South Africa, and we need to listen to this. Post can help the federal government of Nigeria reduce crime by 50% by simply verifying, authenticating, and validating people's addresses. People commit crimes under the guise of anonymity because they don't know where they live. Now we're bringing technology that will ensure that we will verify and certify and authenticate your address and match your name with your address.
So how soon will this technology be deployed?
As you know, it costs money. It's a lot of time.
You made 6 billion in the past 1 year. You could take from it.
No, I didn't say. I said 5 to 6 billion.
Okay, 5 to 6 billion.
You have a correct expenditure. You have lots of things you want to do. Now, let's look at the brighter side of it. The truth of the matter is that if a vital national institution has been abandoned for 30 years, it will take time to sort it out. Just the same way people are impatient with the present government. It's understandable because there is a principle of holding out. If you say you're competent, you want to sort out problems, it's up to you how you want to solve it. And people are just impatient. No excuses. For me, I'm laying foundation. Some other guys may come and build on it. But the truth of the matter is, the foundation will be manifestly evident and things will begin to happen. There are quick wins, low-hanging fruit. We are starting very soon e-money order. We have the power, the statutory power to do it.
Money order.
Have you forgotten money order of old?
Well, who's going to be buying money orders? To pay for what?
Okay. Our migrant workers abroad, they remit between $20 to $23 billion into this economy every year. They send money to their people.
Western Union.
Western Union, MoneyGram, they have been reaping our people with due respect to them because the post has not been involved. Once the post gets involved, the commission will come down, the reach will be wider. These are all of the things that were put together. So, people will buy money order.
Interesting.
Yeah. And EDNang is saying, please could the Postmaster General give us an email address so that we could reach him to support NIPOS capacity building agenda.
pmg@nipos.gov.ng. Send mails to us. It's a vital national institution. Let's do it together. Because for me, I travel abroad, I get challenged because they believe that we're serious. We've got the numbers here. And very quickly, Alero, this will interest you. Demographic architecture of Nigeria suggests that 65% of the population, they are youths. Arithmetically, 70 to 80 million people. You don't patronize the post. Because the post before never offered them what will interest them. These guys were talking about, I mean, I have a son, I have daughters. They're interested in fashion, in music, in entrepreneurial endeavors. We have designed programs that will drive this huge traffic to the post. Once that is done, the game is over.
I hope they come.
NIPOS, they will.
I hope they come.
They will.
And quickly, just before we go, I realized when I had to fill some form that Nigeria actually has zip codes. I was pleasantly surprised.
Postcode.
Yes.
But limited. And we have been on it so many years. The post cannot afford to follow the steady grinding machinery bureaucracy of government. Otherwise, we'll be left behind. The postcode can be a primary, and the technology-driven addressing system that we're bringing can be secondary. So it's a question of choice. Customers will decide which addressing system do you want to use once they know which is the most effective. The address of post office in Garaki, as we speak, based on the existing technology we are bringing, is bracelet, hesitations, mute. 3 simple words. And with a GPS-enabled phone, our postmen and women will get to wherever you are because Google's system is there. It's just going to be the back end. We're going to leverage on it. I'm talking like an ICT guy. I never read ICT, but I mean, that's the experience one has gathered in the last 1 year, having become the #1 postman in Nigeria.
And Alero mentioned something about trust, and Abdul Shehu on Twitter is also saying allegations of stolen packages. How are you working at that?
We need to set up a machinery that will ensure that some guys who are giving NIPOS a balloon are fished out and punished. Again, technology does a lot of things regarding that. It's reducing, but I'm warning them. We're warning them that once you are caught, you'll be severely punished. I'm not going to be a party to sparing anybody who has committed any crime. People with predisposition to commission of crime,
Will be sanctioned.
They will be sanctioned.
All right, thank you so much for coming on this morning and giving us hope that NIPOS will not die.
We can't afford to have this national
Thank you. We've been speaking with Master General and Chief Executive Officer, Nigeria Postal Service, BC Adebuyi. And so Sunrise will take another break and we'll be back in a moment to stay with us.